Hi guys, welcome back from Pax Europiana, this time from Pristina. It's the EU 37 Tour 2029. Actually it's 2022 now, and 2029 should be the moment when Kosovo joins the European Union. Of course, together with Bosnia, and if Serbia is ready, it is welcome as well. But Kosovo is, I think, now the country which really should have all the support of the European Union and to join the European Union in 2029. That's 21 years after independence. That's absolutely possible, and I call for that. I will have a little bit of activity here in my podcast. Here I'm in front of the government building of Kosovo, the Republic of Kosovo, and here I'm on Mother Teresa Street, and obviously, as you might have expected, I have my NATO flag here with me, of course. Yeah. And I want to say that this building was destroyed by NATO intervention during the NATO liberation of the Balkans, where all the Balkans was liberated from Milosevic in '99. You remember my videos from Belgrade on the 24th of March, when there was the celebration of the start of the freedom. Actually, many nationalists and genocidal guys in Belgrade, they have not celebrated. They call it a Memorial Day because they have never come to terms with the fact that also they were liberated from the Milosevic genocidal regime, which from 86 to 99 and then 2000 only, they have suppressed the people in that terrible time. Yeah. Yes, and now I think under this hammer blows of the Russian invasion, it's time to speed up EU membership, and that's why I have also the European flag with me. You had no doubt, I'm sure. Everybody who follows me knows I'm a convinced pro-European. I really believe in the European Union, even when I'm quite skeptical towards some of the decisions recently. I will talk. The future is the European Union. We have to really end this kind of lavian, this kind of slow speed action. We must be much faster, we must be much more convinced, and we must be much more united. So the logic of the Russian war against Ukraine is very clear, and against all of us, by the way. Of course, Ukraine is the battlefield, but the attack is against the European peace order of the last 70 years, and the message is very clear. We have to be more united. That means EU 37. That means all countries together in the European Union, all the 9 countries, and ultimately also the United Kingdom to get the offer to return, because it was only very much connected to the Russian funding, this terrible result of that referendum. But most important, the 9 countries from Georgia, Moldova, Ukraine, Kosovo, Bosnia, and of course the NATO allies. That's of course Albania. I will continue and also show you more of Albania, but also the countries of Montenegro and Macedonia, obviously, the free ones. They should be faster in the European Union. And don't get excited, it's all absolutely possible. I want to make it again very clear here in front of that's the EU headquarters, that's the presidential palace, and that's you will see everything. I just have to organize myself a bit. These one-man demonstrations have their difficulties. My mom tells me not to do them, but these are very important manifestations for me. And you know, we have now, on a more serious note, it's 2029. That's the target date for all the 9 countries. And it's 15 years after Euromaidan 2014. That is quite easily doable for Ukraine. For Georgia is already more developed. Moldova is anyhow also technically been developed. And Kosovo since 2008 independence, that's 21 years. That's enough for the preparations. Yeah? And we have done all the preparations. I worked in the economic field here. All the things are ready already now. Kosovo could join the European Union. It's just, you know, politically. And here, let me also remind you that here is the memorial of the Kosovo genocide. It was terrible what the Serbs have done, Milosevic, and of course already by that time supported by Russia, but Putin is the new Milosevic. Don't forget this clear direction, because the Russians commit now genocide in Ukraine, as the Serbs under Milosevic have done here in Kosovo, and it's a terrible thing, and we should answer this with more unity. That means Ukraine in the EU, Kosovo in the EU, and not to appease Serbia, the suppressor of the past, but unrepentant. Yeah? And today, after the election, Vucic has gone fully Putin again, and he has called Putin. He has, of course, made this big statement of solidarity with Russia, and he called Putin for cheap gas. This is how it is with Vucic. This is the reality, and we should not accept that. Serbia's EU candidate status must be frozen, and immediately must be frozen. And I pledge this here now at the monument of President Rugova here, that I will work very hard for the freezing of the Serbian EU candidate status, and this is exactly what we should do. We should have no discussions about that. Yeah? Serbia is not ready. It is mentally with Russia. This cannot be accepted. And Kosovo is ready. It's a pro-Western country. So is also Bosnia. And then they join in 2029. And the fully already NATO allies, Montenegro, Macedonia, and Albania, they join already 2024. It's very simple. It's very clear. It's very logically. Here's the President's Palace, and this is the way we have to do it. That's the only acceptable European policy. I mean, appeasing terrorists and dictators has really resulted in exactly that kind of result we have now. And we should not do that. We should never do that again. We have to confront terror, we have to stop genocide, and we have to bring Europe much faster together and to be more united. That's the logic of the answer, the only answer which we can have reasonable towards the aggression of 2022. That's basically unity in the EU of 37 at 2029. Good, that's my first video from the EU 37 tour. I will continue, and I will try to visit many of the beautiful countries and also advocate for exactly this strategy, and I hope the European Union in all its wisdom will listen and support this new approach towards enlargement. And by the way, we can fix all the issues inside much better, as Romania and Bulgaria have shown. It's complicated, but it doesn't get better outside. Inside it gets much better, and that's the better policy. So support EU 37 here from Pristina, and make sure that the Republic of Kosovo is fully ready for 2029 EU membership. And that's the new policy line. All good guys, support it. Thanks a lot from Pristina. More to come from Pax Europiana. Bye.